Welcome students to session number 7. We are going to study a very important topic of this chapter, and this is going to be used in various numericals that is given in the exercise to solve them. Today we are going to study principle of homogeneity of dimensions. Before that we need to discuss checking dimensional consistency of equations. What do you mean by dimensional consistency of equations? In order to say whether the equation is correct or not, we have to check by using dimensions. First we have to check the dimensions of all the quantities in the given equation are same. If they are same, according to homogeneity principle, we can say that the equation is dimensionally correct, else it is not correct. So moving ahead to the next, that is principle of homogeneity of dimensions. Principle of homogeneity of dimensions. See here, the word homogeneity of dimensions states that should have same dimensions. Each term existing in the equation should have same dimensions. Then only you can say that it's according to a principle of homogeneity, the equation is valid. Clear? According to this principle, listen very carefully. A physical equation will be dimensionally correct if the dimensions of all terms occurring on both sides of the equation are the same. Clear? Whatever terms are there in the equation, on both the sides you need to have same dimensions of each and every term on both the sides, and only you can say that the equation is dimensionally correct by principle of homogeneity. This principle is based on the fact that only same quantities can be added or subtracted or compared. Clear? If you want to add, subtract or compare the quantities, you need to keep in mind that the quantity must be of same type and should have same dimensions. Then only you can add, subtract or compare. Thus I can give an example. Velocity can be added to velocity only and not to force. Means velocity can be added to velocity only, but it cannot be added to quantity like force. Hope till this clear. Next is to check. You will see, to check the dimensional correctness. Of a physical equation. How to check the dimensional correctness of a physical equation we are going to study now. For this purpose we make use of the principle of homogeneity of dimensions. We'll use principle of homogeneity of dimensions in order to determine dimensional correctness of physical quantity. If dimensions of all the terms on the two sides of the equation are same, then the equation is dimensionally correct. Clear? Now let us compare with this example. I can give you example as check the dimensional consistency of following physical relation. Suppose I am giving you equation that you have already studied in standard 9. V is equal to u plus at. Clear? Where v is what? Final velocity. Everybody knows. What is u? Initial velocity. What is a? Acceleration. What is t? Time. Clear? So now let us take individual quantities. Dimensional formula for v is what? m0 L1 t minus 1. V is again velocity. Dimensional formula is what? m0 L1 t minus 1. Hope till this is clear. This is final velocity. This is initial velocity. Dimensional formula is same for velocity. For acceleration, dimensional formula is what? m0 L1 t minus 2. And for time, you are having dimensional formula m0 L0 t 1. Till this clear? V you have, u you have. Now you have quantity at. Yes or no? You are having quantity what? At. Let's check for a and t. For a you will write m0 L1 t minus 2. And for t you are going to write m0 L0 t 1. So my answer is what? m0 L1 0 plus 1 is 1 plus 0 is 1. T minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Till this clear? Able to notice that the dimensional formula for V, dimensional formula for U, and the dimensional formula for AT is same. Have you checked? All the terms are having same dimensional formula. Hence you can say that according to principle of homogeneity, equation is dimensionally valid. Equation is dimensionally correct, you can say. Hope till this clear? LHS, I can show that LHS is equal to V. Dimensional formula is m0 L1 t minus 1. RHS, I am having u plus at. For u I am having m0 L1 t minus 1. For at I have m0 L1 t minus 2. And for t I am having m0 L0 t 1. So I can write m0 L1 t minus 1. Yes or no? Plus here I can write m0 L1 t minus 1. These both quantity are same, can be added using principle of homogeneity. So my final answer is what? m0 L1 t minus 1. Remember here both quantities are same, their addition will be the same quantity. Power will not be added. m0 plus 0 you cannot write 0, 1 plus 1 you cannot write 2 over here. No, the formula is a plus a. If both the quantities are same, your dimensional result is also that same quantity, that is a. You cannot write 2a over here. Please make sure you cannot write 2a over here. Till this clear? Taking one more example, I am taking you check the dimensional consistency of or you can say dimensionally correct dimensionally correctness of a given relation. Suppose I am having a expression like half mv square is equal to mgh. Clear? Half mv square is equal to mgh. Now simple. Check both the sides are same or no. First, half mv square. See, half is a numeric constant which is dimensionless, will be what? m0, l0, t0. Clear? Next, m is mass, so l0, t0, m1. V square is velocity. Velocity is m0, l1, t minus 1, and square, so you have to put square over here. m0, l0, t0. Till this clear? m1, l0 till t0. Till this clear? Moving ahead, 0 into 2. 0, 1 into 2, 2, minus 1 into 2, minus. So finally my answer is m0. 0 plus 1 plus 0 is 1. L, 0 plus 0 plus 2, that is 2. 0 plus 0 plus minus 2, that is minus 2. So my final answer is m1 l2 t minus 2. Till this clear? Moving ahead for the next, that is mgh. Dimensions of mgh for mass, I can write m1 l0 t0. G is nothing but acceleration due to gravity. Yes or no? G is nothing but acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration means dimension formula is what? m0 l1 t minus 2. And height, that is m0 l0. Height is again what? Length, t0. So finally I can put m1 plus 0 is 1. 0 plus 1 plus 1 is 2. 0 minus 2, 0, that is minus 2. You will be able to see that both the dimensions are same. Yes or no? m1 l2 t minus 2. So you can say that dimensions of LHS, left hand side, that is equal to dimensions of RHS, that is right hand side, are equal. Hence the given equation is dimensionally correct. Hope till this clear. Moving ahead, I will give you one last example for this case, that is find the dimensions of, if somebody asks you the question, find the dimensions of a by b in the equation, if your equation is f is equal to a root x plus bt square, where they have given f is force, x is distance, and t is time. See, in this question you have to determine a by b ratio. Means you have to first calculate a, dimensions of a, then you have to calculate dimensions of b, then you can divide the dimensions of a by dimensions of b to get the answer. Till this clear? So now how to find out dimensions of a? Now we know that according to principle of homogeneity, what principle of homogeneity said that according to principle of homogeneity of dimensions, we know that every term should have same dimensions. So I can say a root x has same dimension as that of f, bt square has same dimension as that of f, or I can say dimensions of a root x, that is equal to dimensions of bt square. All the terms have same dimension I can get. Now I can calculate a from this relation, I can calculate b from these relations. How? See, a root x, that is equal to f, force, dimensional formula force word is what? Mass into acceleration. So m1 l1 t minus 2. Till this clear? Mass into acceleration. Listen, for a you don't know the dimensions for a, but for x you can write this root can be written as 1 by 2. Its root can be written as 1 by 2, yes or no? And it's only root x, not a root. It's not under root of ax. it's a root x, only x have root, so x raised to 1 by 2. I can replace the square root by 1 by 2, m1 l1 t minus 2. Till this clear? Also they have told that is x is distance. Distance dimensional formula is what? L only raised to half m1 l1 t minus 2. Till this clear? What I can write for dimensions of a? This 1 into 1 by 2, answer is what? 1 by 2. That is m1 l1 t minus 2. So for dimensions of a, this will move down. So I will get m1 l1 t minus 2 divided by l raised to 1 by 2. So my final answer is m1. Clear? Because there is no m term in the denominator. You'll see 1 over here half downstairs, downwards. So you can say denominator. So 1 minus 1 by 2. And last t minus 2. So my dimensional formula is m1 for a, m1 l. 1 minus half is going to be what? Half. And t minus 2. This is my dimensional formula for a, m1 l1 by 2 t minus 2. Till this clear? Now we have to find b. Now what is the equation for b? That is bt square, that is equal to again f. So I can write as b, I don't know. T means time, m0 l0 t1 raised square. For force it is m1 l1 t minus 2. So for b I can get as m0 m1 l1 t minus 2. This downstairs I can take m0 l0 t1 whole square. So I can put that this is m1 l1 t minus 2 divided by m0 into 2 0, 0 into 2 0, 1 into 2 it's 2. Here it will become t square. So finally I can get m1 l1 t minus 2, denominator minus 2. So my answer is m1 l1 t minus 2 will become minus 4. Hope till this is clear. Okay, now I got a and b. I do have a as a is equal to m1 l1 by 2 t minus 2. b I am having m1 l1 t minus 4. So I can get ratio of a by b. So for the ratio of a by b I have to divide these two quantities. That is m1 l1 by 2 t minus half, m1 l1 t minus 4. So my final answer is m. 1 minus 1 is what? 0. L half minus 1. Half is upstairs. This is 1. Will go into numerator, will become minus 1. T minus 2. This minus 4 will become plus 4. Moving upstairs, signs always change. So m0 L minus half, because half minus 1 is minus half. 4 minus 2 is 2. So my dimensional formula for a by b is nothing but what? m0 L minus half t square. This is my final answer. Hope till this is clear. Okay, moving ahead to the next topic. The next topic we are having is deducing relation among physical quantities. Deducing relation among the physical quantities. Among the physical quantities. Till this clear? Deducing relation among the physical quantities. By making use of the principle of homogeneity of dimensions, we can derive the expression for physical quantity if we know the various factors on which it depends. If we know that this physical quantity has following dependency, so from on which it depends we can derive the relation for the same. Suppose I can give you example. Suppose I can give you example. Obtain an expression. See carefully. Obtain an expression for the centripetal force F, centripetal force F, capital F, acting on a particle of mass m, moving with velocity v, in a circle of radius r, take dimensionless constant k, that is equal to 1. Now see, from the question you can make it out that the centripetal force F, that is, they have given this centripetal force. Clear? This centripetal force will able to check that it depends upon few things. The very first thing they had called m, that is particle mass. They have told it depends upon particle mass. It depends upon moving velocity, that is v. Yes or no? It moves in a circle and it depends upon radius of a circle, radius of circular path. Till this is clear? It is depending on these three quantities. Also they have told one more thing over here, that here you have to take dimension constants to be what? 1. K you have to use as 1. So I can make it out from the data. I can make it out that F is proportional to what? I can say m, v, and I can say r, but I don't know in which proportion it is proportional. So I can put m raised to a, v raised to b, and r raised to c, because I don't know the exact relation of or exact dependency of force on mass, velocity, and acceleration, or you can say radius of the circular path provided over here. So you can put it as a, b, and c, because the exponents you don't know. You have to derive the values of these exponents a, b, c in order to get the perfect equation. Till this clear? So F depends upon mass, F depends upon velocity, F depends upon radius of circular path, but I don't know in how much time it is dependent. So I can take m raised to a, v raised to b, and r raised to c. Now simply you have to compare and get the answer. If I remove this proportionality, what I have to keep? Proportionality constant. So F is equal to k. Clear? M raised to a, v raised to b, r raised to c, where k is what? Proportionality constant, where k is your proportionality constant. Till this clear? Fine. So we are having an equation right now. F is equal to k, m raised to a, v raised to b, r raised to c. Now we know the dimensional formula for F, m1 L1 t minus 2. We know the dimensional formula m, that is mass, that is m1 L0 t0. We know the dimensional formula for velocity, that is m0 L1 t minus 1. Yes or no? And radius is nothing but length, so m0 L1 t0. Hope we know for all the parameters. Till this clear? Now I have to just substitute, nothing else. Clear? So by moving ahead I can get and k is dimensionless constant. K is nothing but dimensionless constant. So for dimensionless constant you should know that what is dimensional formula, that is m0 L0 t0. Till this clear? Okay, moving on. Now it's very simple. Just substitute the values. m1 L1 t minus 2 instead of f I kept, instead of k I kept m0 L0 t0. For m I kept m1 L0 t0. Raised to I will have to keep a, because power is a. V is m0 L1 t minus 2 raised to b, and last but not least, that is m0 L1 t0 raised to c. Till this clear? And now what you have to do, check entire equation, that is m1 L1 t minus 2. I can write m0 L0 t0 m 1 into a is what? Now move this exponent inside. That is 1 into a, that is a. 0 into a 0, 0 into a is 0. So m raised to a, l raised to 0, t raised to 0. Next m raised to 0, l raised to b, t raised to minus b. And last 0 into c 0, 1 into c c, 0 into c is 0. Till this clear? Now m1 l1 t minus 2 is equal to, I can now add the powers of m, that is m0 is, so you can write 0 plus a plus 0 plus a plus 0 plus 0, l 0 plus 0 plus b plus c, and t 0 plus 0 minus b plus 0. Till this clear? I have added all the powers as base are same, so I can get m1 l1 t minus 2, that is equal to m raised to a, l raised to b plus c, t raised to minus b. Till this clear? Till this clear? Okay, now comparing indices, or you can say powers, indices m, l and t, comparing indices m, l and t on both the sides, clear or not? Or you can say powers of m, l and t, m, l and t on both sides. What you are going to get? Simple. A is equal to 1. You have to compare like this. A is equal to 1, b plus c is equal to 1, and minus b is equal to minus 2. Therefore b is equal to what? 2. B you got, a you got, I can put b over here. 2 plus c is equal to 1. Yes or no? The c is equal to 1 minus 2. That is equal to what? Minus 1. Till this clear? So I got a, b, c. A is equal to 1 I got, b is equal to 2 I got, and c is equal to minus 1 I got. Substituting values of a comma b and c in equation. Which equation? I can say this equation to be what? 1. Yes or no? So I can get f is equal to k m raised to a means 1, v raised to b means 2, c that is r raised to minus 1. So my equation is f is equal to k m v square r minus 1. Minus 1 I can send downstairs, will become r. So f is equal to k m v square upon r. Here they have told to take k is equal to what? 1. So instead of k I will put 1 into mv square upon r. So my final equation is f is equal to mv square upon r. This is how I derived the equation by using the dependency of the physical quantity on the other parameters. By comparing and using dimension analysis, I got the answer. This is how you can get the relation for any physical quantity using principle of homogeneity. Thank you.